Hello, World of Tank Blitzers and future Momrads. I'm Littlefinger here to share a little more knowledge with you guys today. This time I am reviewing the Japanese Tier 2 light tank, the Haigao. I assume that's how you say it. Anyway, you can see it here in my garage. It is a fairly small tank. It is a little on the sluggish side. But has a really nice gun on it. So let's take a look at the stats on it. You can see here protection is pretty low at 7%. Firepower and shot effectiveness is pretty good for the tier, and maneuverability is fairly good. Also, it comes with 260 hit points, hull armor of 12 millimeters, and the turret armor of 35 millimeters is what stands out with this tank. Comes in there with a weight of 8 tons and 135 horsepower with a speed limit of 40, which is fairly good, but the average for the class is 41, so that's a little bit below average. I preferred to use this with the 5.7. You can see here it also comes with a 37 millimeter, much higher rate of fire. Does a little bit more penetration, but more than half of the damage. So I preferred to go with the 5.7 centimeter gun. One thing about this gun is that it seemed that the shell velocities were pretty slow, which made hitting moving targets a little bit more of a challenge. Let's take a look at the spreadsheet. You can see here it is slightly above average with hit points, and like I said, the hull armor at 35 millimeters is the best in class there. Make sure you are hiding behind hills, berms, hull down, so that all you're showing is your turret. Engine speed, traverse speeds are all below average for the tier. Shell penetration there is fairly slow. I did have to use quite a bit of Pramo. But you see there with 90 hit points damage at a time, that certainly adds up rather fast. So let's go ahead and look at how I have the Haigao set up. Consumables here: repair kit, multi-purpose restoration pack, and adrenaline are standard for me. Provisions: standard fuel for 3% engine power and turret traverse speed, white rice for 3% crew mastery, and protective kit always, as it reduces chance of fire. Ammunition: I am carrying a fairly large amount of heat. Remember, you can press the shell price button here to change that to credit so that you are not using gold. And then under equipment, enhanced gun laying drive, 10% to aiming speed, improved vents, 5% to all crews. And then the third one really is up to you guys. I tried it with the coated optics and the binoculars. It's really a matter of how you play, if you're moving or if you're stationary more often. I found that I was on the move more often, so I went with the coated optics. So now for a little gameplay review. Here I am on mines. This is a tier 3 battle, and of course, like always, I will push the hill, checking my mini-map, making sure I've got some support behind me, call out for help just to make sure that everyone's following. Looks like I got a couple with me. I'm going to switch to heat here just because I definitely want these shots to go in. I don't want to bounce any of them. And I also push all the way up to that rock face there, just so that I'm not stopped in the open for anybody else that may have pushed up into the middle of that valley area. I am now comfortably behind the rocks, and I am just looking at both of those TDs, making sure that they turn away from me before I pull out and shoot. Looks like that medium has pulled out enough where I feel comfortable going in front of that rock, and those TDs aren't going to shoot me. And I see there that that martyr has shot, so I'm going to go ahead and pull forward and take my shot on him. And you can see here, even though I'm not showing any red where I was aiming, I didn't do any penetration there. So I switch back to heat, and I'm going to go ahead and just finish him off. I get shot from the front, which means there that someone is over at the lighthouse. So I'm going to reposition myself behind this rock, putting him out of my line of sight. And they have 4 guys. We know one's over at the lighthouse, which means they have 3 down at their spawn most likely. So there's no point me with 100 hit points left rushing down there. I could be shot up fairly quickly. So I'm going to play it a little bit more cautious, put some pressure on them by going to the cap circle. And I would be very content just to sit here for the rest of the game if they don't want to come at us, or if my teammates don't spot anybody else. So we are just waiting patiently, and we get a spot there. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull forward and take my shot. I'm still on heat just because I want to make sure that these shots all count. I'm having a pretty good game so far, so let's see if we can't finish it off. You see, I've taken 3 shots at him. He's obviously aiming at someone else. I switched to HE here just because we want to get a very minimal amount of damage, which we can do with HE. It's a lot cheaper shell price wise. And we know we're going to do some damage with an HE shell. And you can see here I'm still on HE, and he was showing full yellow. I did hardly any damage. So with these tanks, when you're switching from heat to AP, like with the AP, if it's all red, don't shoot. Wait for a better shot. And if you're on HE and it's all yellow, don't shoot. Wait for a better shot or switch to a different ammo type. So we've taken out both of those guys at the lighthouse, and it's just a matter now of finishing these guys off. My team's pushed down to their spawn, and so we get that last guy spotted. I'm going to get a shot in there, and I'll drop adrenaline, hoping that I get the 6th kill, but I don't quite reload in time. End up with 5 kills, mastery in this game. And it's all about placement, really. So that was kind of a fun game there, over 1100 damage in a tier 2, tier 3 game. So you can see I pretty much either spotted, it looks like I shot all 7 of their team. So fun game there. Game 2 here is a classic. I am teamed up with Dirty Derp, and this is a tier 3, and you can see we've got an AFK and a Titan clan platooning together. Knowing right off the bat about both of these clans, I can guesstimate that they are both above 70% win rates. They are in a higher tier than us, and so I'm going to call for the team to go right. I don't want to have to face them frontally on that hill. We can get some better hold down spots over here on the right and use the ridge lines a little bit better. We've got a little bit faster of a team, but of course, you know, we've got the 2 guys there that want to go the opposite direction, and so we're just going to keep on pushing around the corner here. They have got a couple guys that have pushed down the middle. And luckily, this PZ2 here has come solo by himself. You can see here he was red when I was on the AP, so I switch over to heat, and we go ahead and finish him off fairly quickly. We've got a couple guys, the cruiser that just dropped off the screen, sitting up there in that bush area. That is a classic spot for some of these better players to utilize the building and get shots around the corner on that hill. My platoon mate there, Dirty Derp, has gone down into the valley, perhaps maybe overextending himself a little bit too much here. I decided to go ahead and stay back a little bit, and that T-46 presents himself there, so go ahead and get a good shot in on him. Someone gets another shot and kills his engine. I get a 3rd shot in there, and so he is pretty badly hurt. Now he is now a 1-shot. the Titan player, he gets taken out early, which was to our benefit. The tank he was in is kind of difficult to play. So it looks like we're doing all right. We're up 6-4, and then you can see General Big Ben there takes out another player, and it's a 5-on-4. Not sure exactly what I was thinking going to cap here. I was maybe hoping to draw them down to me. But I see here that my platoon mate has gone off to the right, so I'm going to go and support him. General Big Ben takes out another of our guys, and we are now 4-on-4. So my platoon mate here is low on hit points, so he has protecting himself behind the building, and I'm going to take the lead as I've got more hit points. And going to push up here this T-46. I was thinking he was a little bit further away, and so one of the problems with heat there, my shot, even though I was aimed on the tank, hits the car and doesn't do any damage. Able to get another shot in on him. He hasn't done too much damage to me, and my platoon mate there takes him out. So we are back to an advantage, 3-on-2, and I'm going to push around the buildings to where I last saw the other players. There's the cruiser, the AFK guy. He's got 4 kills, so he's my priority. I realize he's going to be a good player. I'm going to go ahead and take that shot, and not sure why I didn't get a penetration on that. Take another one here, and I guess that misses. I'm getting some awfully bad luck on this guy. Get a good shot in here, but Dirty Derp has taken the corner a little bit too far, and he has paid the price. So I want to get one more shot in on him before he drops over the hill, and I miss again. My luck is running out, I feel like, at this point. So I do have the hit point advantage, but that Cruiser 4 is definitely overpowered in the class. So I'm going to back up here and take another shot and bounce again. It's like, oh my goodness. So he knows I'm on the reload. He pushes up on me. I get a shot in, and I have dropped adrenaline, and I am going to try to rush down here and finish him off. So now we are up advantage again, 2-on-1. You know, the heart's racing here. Want to get the win on this one. Both of us are one shot, and so is our opponent. So I'm going to come around the corner here, hoping that my partner there can spot the last guy and I can get the final shot in. He pushes around the corner, the shot comes, and he is gone. It's time for the win. I take the shot. Oh, holy crap, I can't believe I just missed that shot. So he knows where I am. So the camo's reset there. You see him drop off. I am going to relocate just to have more of a surprise advantage on him. And this gun has a good gun depression, so I decide I'm going to go up to the hill here and get behind this mound so that he doesn't have a full target for me. I'm going to turn around here, wait for him to come around the corner. At this point, I'm worried that I'm a little bit too far forward on this hill, so I'm going to back down and relocate a little bit, trying to give him as small a target as possible. I'm going to be patient, aim, and take the winning shot. So that was quite an exciting battle, and you can see why Tier 2, you can have a lot of fun here. I did use heat primarily in that game because I wanted to get the win. You look at General Big Ben here, 34,000 battles, 84% win percentage. He had over 13,000 battles in the cruiser. Those are just pretty amazing numbers. His platoon mate there at 72%. That was a great win. Third game I'm going to show you here is on Fort Despair. You can see this is a Tier 3, Tier 2 game. I tell the team that I want everyone to go right. and going to check on the mini map, and sure enough, everyone is following. Looks like a good start. So I like to slow down right here at this ridge and see if anyone's gonna pop over. I am spotted by that guy there. Do get a nice shot in for 100 damage, and that BT7 has come over. So gonna wait and take my time aiming and get another nice shot in on him. Have a little bit of concern about the guys over there at the cap circle, and know that we have some guys playing it very cautiously around the side. Take a shot here, totally miss. Be very wary about your own teammates there. I could have easily blocked that guy, but wanted to make sure I was not in his way. You can see he is backing up into me. Maybe a little bit too close for comfort. Our Jag TD over there on the left of me is being patient as all get out. Look at him. So we have the opportunity here just to wait and see if they make any mistakes. Also, I'm constantly looking around my map to see if I've got any shots. Gonna go ahead and push up a little bit here to give the Locust a little help. Take one for my efforts, but I get a shot in as well. Trying to keep an eye on everything that's around me. Get shot from probably over there near the cap circle, so I want to go ahead and back out of range of whoever that was shooting me and focus more on this group of 3 tanks here. Take this shot. Have no idea where it is. That damn gun can be kind of finicky at times. Get another good shot in there, but don't want to be trading shots like that. So we are down 6-3. Things are not looking good, so I'm just going ahead and push. Again, I must have hit him in the tracks or something, because I did no damage on that shot. So getting a little bit unfortunate. Again, trade shots there. And I know we've got that BT7 left. Go ahead and take him now. We've got it now to 4-on-2. Things are looking better. Get shot from behind. Need to go ahead and move in. Take out the cruiser. And sure enough, I am taken out. Let's see who was left. Oh my god. This guy is camping in the far corner. He takes a shot. And is quickly eliminated. And believe it or not, guys, this was the second best guy on our team. So as you can see, I don't win them all. I am human, and occasionally I get some bad teammates like here. So anyway, let's do one more. All right, last game here. Platooned up with Dirty Derp again. This time we are top tier. And go ahead and tell everyone that we want to go to the left, and away we go here. I did really enjoy playing this tank. You know, with the gun is really good on it, and it really made me work on switching between the 3 different types of ammunition. You can see here when you zoom in and you see red, go ahead and switch to some other form of ammunition. Even there, I didn't get any damage points. Hit him in the tracks, and then did manage to finish him off on that shot. So looks like most of the battle is occurring around the flag, so I'm not too worried about that cap going up. I'm gonna go ahead and take my time and kind of just deal damage to those that are distracted and not paying me any attention, and knowing that because everyone is close to the base, that chances are that cap's not going to get too far ahead. This is a nice ridge right here where my platoon mate is. To come up and take shots like this and then just back up and get out of harm's way. You can see here this guy is distracted by the rest of our team. I'm going to go ahead and just push up and get a couple more shots in here. I'm just shooting AP and finish him off, and then I am looking at the rear end of it, the T-26. So whenever you get a chance, use HE. See, I can do 120 damage there. If you get the rear end of a tank, or if you need to do just a below average roll of damage, go ahead and choose that HE. So now we're down to one tank, and the downside with the Hagao is that it does not shoot very well on the run. So I missed that shot. Looks like someone gets a shot in right there. So he is definitely a one shot. Figured he was going left. Go ahead and get that last kill. This is a really fun tank. It drives well. It's not super fast, but it handles nicely on all terrains. And I really enjoyed this tank. Hope you enjoyed the review. As always, guys, have fun out there. Stay safe. Get educated, not fingered. Little finger out.